Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we have a Diamond Invis to review. They want to work on ult timing. Been focusing on ult timing, but two bad ones I can identify in this game. One after capping Psycho Point on offense, and one on defense in overtime that cost us the game. Uh-oh. Want to know if I've missed any others. Also, any other glaring issues I should be working on. Been on a downhill slide in ranks, so gonna take a little break to refresh, and would love some input on what to work on when I come back. Great! Let's get to it. Yay, we love our Invis VOD reviews. This is console.
You think this is a challenge? Try raising 2 superpowered kids. Magic on? A little help, please.
Oh, thank the Lord, your Groot. Oh, to cover. Wow. Very is good.
One less problem.
Okay.
Clearly you needed some help.
Okay, we're up to. Nice. Are we doing guest strike this week? I have no idea. I was actually thinking about playing some competitive on. Competitive on stream. Because it's been so long that I've played that I don't feel like I can give as high quality advice. And like last week we were trying to review like GM1 in a Celestial game, and it was like I probably need to play to get more of a feel so I can talk better. But I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. So far this has been fine. Our positioning has been pretty good. We haven't left our shield out at all. We've gone for some pulls. Ooh, yeah. That's more on the tanks than you. I mean, you're healing. So this is good. Oh my gosh, I just realized it's the end of the season. There's only 3 days left. So all those guest ranks are about to be gone. Now I see why the caution. Oh. Oh. Let's see. I actually don't mind this. I don't mind this. Ult. We're coming out of spawn. They're using an ult. I think if this lands slightly faster, I think we probably save our team. And then we can keep going. Plus now we got their invis. I don't mind this too much, especially because there's no like. Oh, never mind. They have a Punisher. I did not realize they had a Punisher. No, they do have a lot of damage. It's just a little too late. I don't mind the decision. I think that can work out, but I think if we knew there was a Punisher, then we really needed to hold it for that. If Ben and I had a lost streak. Oh no. Sorry. Okay, we're aggressive. Okay, so this I don't like. This I really, really don't like. Back here, when our... So, I'm assuming you've watched the channel before, so I'm sorry if you've heard this. But, I don't really like aggressive support ults until we're in, like, high GM, right? So, if you were playing Cloak here, I would tell you, don't ult. But since you're playing Invis, right? And your friendly Cloak did ult... And your team is going with it. It's very obvious that your team is actually trying to take advantage of it, right? Since this happens, you need to say, all right, this may not be optimal, but I need to go in, right? Like, so right here, it's like, you got to just W key. Go get into it. I know, like, a mag can be scary, but you have your shield, right? You could just pop it up. You stand next to it. You should be fine. Like, you got to get in there. And then right here... We gotta go over here and like get into the enemy Su ult. This is a scenario where we definitely have to, because we have a support ult already going. They now have a support ult. Stick together. This is just staying back. You're not doing any damage. You're not doing any healing. And yeah. Luckily, your team actually pulls ahead, so good stuff. We probably save the blade there if we go up, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, all right.
Anyone willing to help?
Yeah.
Feeling fantastic.
Okay, rotate. We gotta rotate. We gotta rotate. I just want to use this as a teaching moment. So I've made a short about this, but whenever the cart passes this set of stairs, the map rotates, right? So the cart has already passed this set of stairs a while ago, right here. So right here, I want the Groot, and I want both supports, and I want this Emma to already be about to here. Okay, so if we're right here, now all of a sudden we're helping from this angle, right? And this is a much better angle to help at. This is so much better. But now he dies, we have to walk all the way back and around. Not good. Oh, oh, he walked into it. All right, sorry. Excuse me. Roy sounds much better. Oh my hook! Holy hook! That was terrifying. Okay. Yeah, you did. You did. But this is why we rotate early. If we rotate early on this map, you're out of safety here and you're fine. Your team is doing great though. It's impressive. Shotgun Punisher, terrifying. What is this? What do we... I don't know what that was.
Look who's here.
Judge, jury, execution.
So it was the whole... okay. Alright, so when we talk about ult, right? Normally, I would say this would be a pretty good ult, right? There's an enemy Punisher. He's ulting. You know, it's almost an even fight. The only thing here that if I'm really nitpicking, is that this Punisher's probably going to die. Like, his tanks are dead. One of his supports is dead. He has no cover. And the biggest thing is, you guys already got the point. So, like, even if he kills every single person on your team, they don't get any space. They don't push this farther. You just walk right out of spawn. So this isn't quite necessary. The saving grace here is that Sue gets her ult much faster than Punisher. So it shouldn't bone you guys for a future fight. So if that's the case, then I'm fine with it. But if you notice that the enemy Punisher is getting his ult really fast or something like that, then be careful about it. 360 is not ideal to watch the stream on. Oof. Yay, bus. I like this. Oh, careful here. Good. I like this rotation. I like this. This was great awareness. So first of all, you're up here and you're helping your tanks take space early, which is fantastic. And then right here, you notice, all right, their whole team is back. We need to give up space. And so if you're a tank here, you want to make them force you back because you have that luxury as a tank. You have extra health, you have extra cooldowns. As a support, you have to be preemptive with it. So this is great. This is awesome. You're like, okay, I need to rotate back early. And you do, and you save your whole team. Perfect. That was awesome. Love it. Okay, we give space. Oh, let's go all the way. That's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, so I hope we're taking note of our team here and go, okay, my team did not respect the cloak ult. We gotta remember that for next time, the cloak ults. My team is not gonna respect it. Yeah, the first movies really did a number on the Fantastic Four. I wish your Emma went the other way, but it's okay. They invisible. Okay. Let's see. They're off of Punisher now. So theoretically, you could dive in with this, especially if you're on comms. But it's risky. I feel like you're playing just a little too slow. I did not realize that your cloak ulted, so I'm very glad that you didn't listen to me and you did not ult. Great job. Good stuff. Missed that on comms. Also, there you go. I was just about to mention, we need to be doing more aggressive pulls. Especially because they have no divers anymore.
The god of thunder!
Yeah. Nice. Good pull. Great. Good. Surely you guys cap this, right? Groot. Ult! Why is he not ulting? No! Why didn't he ult? Ah! Wait, he did ult. He did ult? I just didn't hear the sound. Bro, what is going on? We did not hear that, right? I'm just... Either the replay viewer's bugged or I'm not hearing things. Because I did not hear that the first time. Okay, this is just too late. Yeah. So when you... We gotta be thinking preemptively here. This is where it kind of flips, okay? So I know I said earlier, I was like, well, I don't really like aggressive support ults, right? The difference here is you are like, this is end game, right? Where like if you are already thinking we only need a little bit of space, there is no extra fight after this if you guys win it. So the logic of like holding your ult, the reason you do that is because you don't want to lose both this fight and the next fight, or win a fight that's already won, but you sacrifice the next two fights, right? That's why we hold ult. That's why we don't just spam it. So in this scenario, if you guys win a fight here, you just win the point. And so that really changes the calculation. You don't need to worry about next fight if you win this fight. So here, especially with our Groot like ulting, if we're holding tab back here, or I guess select, if we're holding in the scoreboard and we look and we see our Groot has ult, I'm already thinking like, oh, I should throw that down because he's gonna take a lot of damage. I should, you know, I would prefer to be really aggressive here with an ult. And then now our Groot is dead. They have a support ult going off. Just a little bit late. I don't think we recognize that the calculation changes when we're about to win. My favorite thing about Rivals as a Marvel's fan, it's been positive PR for a bunch of really cool characters who got screwed over by early 2000s movies. Yeah, very true. You guys win this point if you ult earlier. Oh, hold on. Oh. Yo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Now it's time to get out. Get out. Ah! Dire, get out. Dire, get out. Dire, get out. Oh, oh. You need to do it as fast as possible. Now we're staggered. No, we're playing so well. Okay, now we have to regroup and reset. This point is like shockingly hard to take. Oh, W key. W key. Be a little more aggressive. No, why? Why? You have an ulting Emma who needs help. At this, who cares? You're already past it. Oh, we got distracted. Squirrel. No. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. What did we use our shield on? Okay, we used it to help the Emma so we could turn around and do this. And then we don't have it. You were playing so good. Oh, that was a good play by the group.
I don't give up so easily.
Dang. Dang. I'm not seeing bunny hops. Make sure we're bunny hopping. Right. So my phone, I believe this is a divine appointment. I don't even know.
The final 10 seconds. You stopped them in their tracks.
Yes, I am Catholic. Firmly Catholic. That's awesome to hear. Okay, nice. Okay, get out now. Get out now. Okay, so here you do a great job. You time it perfectly, right? But you need to know that as long as you touch the cart within the last 3 seconds, I do. Absolutely. As long as you touch the cart within the last 3 seconds, you can then get off of it because now it's activated overtime and you don't necessarily have to be on point. Overtime ticks down really slow to start with. So once you've activated, since you're playing a support, like you've touched, turn around, you see there's a Groot, I need to get out. You're putting yourself in unnecessary danger. Especially now that they have a support going off. Oh, you have to ult there. You have to ult here. It's the end game. Yeah. You hop on the controller is a bit more difficult. Little tip is the moment Invis is about to touch down on the ground with her foot, jump. Oh, nice. Last 2 seconds. Dang it, I'll assume it's the last 1 second. That's really good to know. I want to double check that, but I believe it's the last 3 seconds. That's how it's felt to me. It's really, really helpful. And I think it's pretty forgiving. Yes. Oh, living. Hang on. Oh, you guys got it. Okay. You're playing Invis. You have CC. You could push people. Walk up with your Groot right now. Please walk up with your Groot. Walk up with your Groot. Push them. Push them. Push them. Push them. Okay, good. Walk up with your Groot. Okay, you guys made it. Oh, thank the Lord. That was terrifying.
0,
All right.
2, 3.
Let's go. Nice. Good pull. Yo. What? Oh, okay. Great job. Okay, hang on. Oh, no. Okay. Ooh, we're very lucky. All right. So, this is really important. This is really important. So, your healing priority absolutely is number 1 is your other support, right? Especially if they're in danger, they're critical. That is who you need to keep alive. If your other support dies, you guys lose the fight, right? So I'm glad that you turned around and you helped. But here's the thing. When you see this, right? First of all, what is the cloak being attacked by? It's by the squids. Second of all, you gave the cloak a shield and they're no longer being attacked by the squids. They have cover. So once you see this, now you need to know, okay, she's probably going to bubble herself. She doesn't have it. But she can heal herself, right? Once you, especially right here, you throw the shield out, she's in cover, you need to go back to your other responsibility. So be really careful here. So essentially what I'm trying to get at is there should be a timer. There should be a timer in your head of how long you can look away from your tanks before they explode. Okay, so and how long that timer is depends on a lot of factors. Enemy team comp, your team comp, how the team is playing, the specifics of that match, right? And so how do you build that timer? The best thing you do is oh, yo, thank you for the follow. So in order to build that timer, you kind of limit test, right? So you start off at the beginning of the game and you look away and you see how long it takes for your tanks to blow up, right? And depending on how they're playing, they can make that much longer and much shorter. Like, if you know I'm playing Emma, I can survive for a really long time on the front because I'm very, very careful with my shield and with my diamond form. What's up, cards? What's up, army? How's it going? And so because I'm very careful with it, I can extend the period, the length it takes for me to pop as a tank. So as long as you follow that at the beginning of the game, that will give you an idea, and as long as you're paying attention to it. And so that should, then you can use that timer to react to situations like this, where it's like, okay, I know my tanks are really solid up front. I can take a little longer and really maybe kill a squid or kill a Moon Knight, Onk, or something like that. Or, you know, if I look away from my tanks, they're going to explode really quickly. So I'm going to look over here. I'm going to throw up my shield to the cloak. That's all you get. And then I'm going to go back to work up front, right? Things like that. What's up, Stacy? How's it going? Going on. I'm good. It's a good Monday so far. Just out of curiosity, I do want to see how low they got. Just very curious. Oh, she got the kill. 65. 48. Ooh. Oh, well, how low did the Groot get? Oops. Fine, and you? I'm good. 300, 200, 170, 200. That's really low. So if you're playing Invis here, you got to know, like, okay, that was probably a little too long.
No worries, I've got your back.
I think this is a Mass Effect song, right? This has to be a Mass Effect song. Yes, it is. Nice. We already have our ult, which is good. Okay, are we opening up tab? Are we checking the scoreboard to see who's on the enemy team? Because right now I see a Namor ult. I probably just want to use my shield for that. I know Mag's gonna try to kill me or Cloak. Strange ult. That looks pretty juicy to cancel as an invis. Hella ult. So there's a lot of things that I'm holding out my ult for right there. I like it. So, yeah, this was great. You realized he's by himself. There really isn't much of a follow-up, so I might as well hold it. And now your Moon Knight's probably like, what did you ult? But, like, if we just look... If we look at where you were possibly going to ult, right? Let's look right here. Your Moon Knight probably dies anyway. Your Moon Knight definitely dies anyway. That's not on you. I think you're doing fine. Can you tell me about this game? Yeah, it's fun. It's difficult, and it's, yeah. Okay. Oh, you got an ult there. Yeah. So you're already down one, and you're about to lose another. This is a scenario where you just have to ult and like hope for the best. So I would definitely have ulted here. Now that being said, this ult, if you see this, it might still not work, but ideally your Cloak should have ulted. Ideally, because hers lasts longer. And what this ult is doing is it's trying to buy time for your team to get back together, for your Star-Lord to get their ult, for your Emma to get her ult, for Groot to get a combo, something like that. But since we didn't ult, now our Emma's guaranteed dead. Oh, now it's too late. Because now it doesn't matter how much time we buy. Unless the Moon Knight switched to Strange, but they didn't. Now hopefully the Emma switches. Nope, they didn't. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Oh. Little late on the shield. Yeah, see, this is what the situation I was trying to avoid, right? Where now we're in a stagger fest. And your preemptive ult up earlier would have like kind of prevented this. It would have given your team the best chance to prevent this. Okay, now that I love this ult. This is good. Good. Favorite OC? What do you mean by OC?
By the eye of
Oh! Wow, you got that quick. You mean like original content? I guess it depends on the context. I'm very diverse, I suppose. I like a lot of different stuff. Yeah, and then buy as much time as you can. Now let's get back.
Thought you wouldn't see me again.
That's tough. That's tough. Original character. Oh. I really like Boromir. If we're opening it up to everything, unless you mean Marvel specific. You really like Boromir. Oh, okay. All right, so we gotta correct some stuff here. First of all right, so we spawn a little late,
Thought you wouldn't see me again.
right? And what do we see? We see our Star-Lord's dead. We have 4 people still fighting. Okay, now our Groot is dead. Okay, in this scenario, we need to retreat to actual safety. This map is just confusing. So we already talked about if the cart gets here, it switches. You guys lost 2 tanks. You need to back out like all the way to spawn. Like, you know, on attack, this is where you guys attacked from, right? Your Groot walked all the way up here. Your Star-Lord walked all the way up here, and you helped them. And you sat right here. And the second they jumped in, you guys were already attacking them. So if you just reverse that, you say, that's probably what they're going to do. I need to be safe. And so because we don't do that, we're going to stagger. You got to be over to the other side. This is not good. There you go.
That's much better.
Now, the important thing here is you get out. That's great. But why is Moon Knight over here? Moon Knight is over here because he's with you guys. So you can take that, and if you stand over here, Moon Knight's going to follow you. They're going to. And if they don't, they're going to die really quickly because they're not with a support, and then they'll be back quick, right?
What am I? Invisible?
So, make it out.
Better. A little help, please.
Yeah, this is... So now we're just staggering because of our bad positioning. Interesting. Very true. Please stay safe. We don't like bus accidents here. Okay. Look, oh. Shield your cloak! Shield your cloak! Shield your cloak. Oh, okay. So whenever you're looking at a mag who's ulting, it is important to, you know, stay out of the way, which is great. But the second you see this, you should be looking for, I thought this was a cloak, but you should be looking for your other support or somebody else and put the shield up for them. Like, that next level thinking will win you games and get you higher up. Come on, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. He was targeting the Luna, I think. Good. Uh-oh, we're forgetting something. Yeah. Okay. So here's something really important here, right? What is this mag trying to do? What is his goal? His goal is to make you guys stop healing the tanks and the DPS so his team can kill them. That's his goal. Now, ideally, the best way to do this is for the mag to outright kill you, but he doesn't have to. All he has to do is distract you guys for long enough to where you guys are doing damage to him or not able to hit your shots for long enough to where this guy dies. And that's exactly what happens. So knowing that, when you are playing support and you see this, right? You see a mag who's way out by himself. You see a mag who's way out by himself. You need to understand what he's trying to accomplish and not fall for it, right? If we realize here, okay, he's trying to cut our healing off. He's trying to do that, make sure our tanks can die. So how can I best deal with this situation? Here, I would actually push the mag instead of pulling him, because the idea of a pull is you want to pull him into your team so he dies. But here, nobody's shooting him. This is where he wants to be. He's getting exactly what he wants. So you actually want to push him back towards your team to give yourself some space. And then you have a lot of options here, especially because you're triple support. Since you're triple support, I would probably just ult on point and then fight the mag. That's what I would do. Ult on point and then like jump for it, especially because mag already ulted. That's kind of like your only option. And then that should buy your Luna enough time to get their ult. But we don't, and now it's too late. Our tank is already dead. I'm just puzzled how you missed Luna by so much when she was just standing in the open. Yeah. Yeah. Ah! We don't have her shield? We didn't. Fortunate. Don't have her shield or push. Okay. Go in and die. Go in and die. Go in and die. Yeah. Die as fast as you can. How's it going, Taser? The faster you die, the faster you respawn. Oh gosh. So, I was about to say, why did we swap off a main tank? But we know the answer. We swapped off the main tank because the main tank was completely miserable because they kept getting left alone time and time again. We saw this happen. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you're not healing. You're not. I mean, you are healing, definitely. And you're helping your other supports, which is great. There's also a mag in the backline, which is not supposed to happen. So there's a disconnect somewhere, right? The answer is not to switch off tank. The answer when you're playing tank is to say, okay, what's going on in my backline that's preventing me from doing this? Now, when you're playing support and somebody switches off a main tank, you need to be thinking in your head, why do people switch off main tanks? It's not like, you know, they love not having a main tank and they say, screw the team, I don't want to win. No, it's because it's not working. They're getting left out in the open. They don't feel like they're getting heals because time and time again, their health bar is going down to 0. I didn't see the Emma and the Groot overextending too far. They extended a little bit. I think they were doing all right so far. So we just gotta we really gotta use that timer that we talked about earlier, where it's like, I have been looking away from the front line for this amount of time. That means my tanks are probably about to die, so I need to shorten that. And then if I'm not capable of doing that, not that it's not a skill issue, it's like, I can't do that because there's a mag in the backline. We need to communicate. We need to change our approach. We need to stand closer, right? So if we actually look back here, when mag was on us, right? Right here, right? Look at the distance. So mag, again, so part of what, remember, mag wants you guys to stop healing the front. So he wants to get in between you and the front line, which is exactly what it does. It's so hard here because the map is so short. I can't get a full view of it. But look, he's in. You guys are here. He's here. Your team is here. He's successfully cut you guys off. So I need you guys to stand closer. If you're closer, the idea is I'm going to turn my problem into my team's problem. Right? You can't take control of this Groot and tell him turn around and attack the mag. Also, he can't turn around and attack the mag because he's the solo main tank, and if he turns around, all these other people turn around. What you can do is you can stand close to him, and you can make this mag fight with the team, and you can be with your team, and you bring this person over to your DPS. That's how you handle a situation. So if you notice that like people are swapping off main tank a lot, like try to help make it easy for them to not switch. Does that make sense? Hey, what's up, Boo? How's it going? I'm indeed finally doing better. I'm still like tired and still have problems, but I'm good enough today. So I'm happy. Hope you're doing all right. You're doing well. Okay, so again, I assume you're a watcher of the channel, and whenever we watch Invis, I say 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to be pulling people, right? The reason that you pull people is to pull them into your... I'm kind of reiterating. The reason you pull people is you pull them into your team so they die. They're out of position, right? So it's basically... You need to use that ability for what your team needs. Is your team at a standstill and they need some type of break, somebody out of position to take advantage of? Pull. Your team needs space. You have people on spawn. You don't have a lot of time. Push. Right? That's how it goes. More often than not, especially the higher elo you get, you're going to find yourself... You're going to find your teams in an even neutral game, right? You have 6 people versus 6 people, and neither team is really making an obvious mistake, so you have to pull somebody out of their position and then force them to use cooldowns, right? And so that's why in higher elo, pull is a lot better. But in lower elo, things don't really work out like that, even in Diamond, right? You have a 5v6. You have somebody doing something stupid, already out of position, got killed. You have people staggering. So in those scenarios, like, push is a lot more effective. But even still, people are bad, and if you see it work, like... So, yeah. On Spring Break? Nice! Yay, Spring Break! Now we don't have a main tank and things are going to chaos. No bueno. That sucks. So... I agree. I think the only thing Elsa really needs is honestly just an old nerf. I think she's... And then maybe add 1 second to the minimum dash. So... So, what do we do in this scenario? A lot of the problems that we are experiencing are because of how we played earlier. We punished our main tank so much that they don't want to play main tank anymore. So we should fix that first. But we're in this situation. What do? I'd say you give in to not having a main tank and just go crazy. Like, if you stay back here, you're going to gonna give in to a main tank playstyle when you don't have one, and this mag is just gonna walk over you, which is exactly what happens, right? So I would just go in and try to get a kill, go crazy, like give in to the chaos since we're not gonna have one.
It's clear I'm still needed here.
Right. Okay, last second timing. Last second timing. Shield, self shield, self shield.
Only 60 seconds left.
No, dead. Tough, 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 tough. On to the next.
Score is
Okay, hopefully we get a main tank. All right, now we have another main tank. Yay! No consequently, they treat your hair as a permanent man, but that becomes it is. Yeah, they need to add more bands. Yeah, I don't like your positioning here.
Vortex field.
Oh, better. Now you can actually see.
30 seconds.
Nice. I like this.
What am I? Invisible?
Nice.
That's much better. Clearly you needed some help.
Good. That sucks. Okay, that's pretty bad. So we need to... This goes back to like finding where safety is. On that part of the map, we know like, okay, now we have to find safety, right? What we were talking about earlier. Here, if you see a Namor to the side who just took out your other support, you need to move. You have to go to cover. Ideally, you want to go to cover where you're close to your team and can help them, right? So Namor's over there. I would suggest here. There's a pillar, right? You could stand here and you could still heal. You can come back behind this, but that would cut you off from your team, so this isn't as ideal. Back here, if you're playing like Luna or Cloak, this would be fine. But this range is starting to get difficult. In fact, let me... yeah, you probably could stand back here after the buff to Invis. But it would be difficult. Either way, you have to move. Like, you start doing it and then you stop. I think you were trying to use, like, the Groot wall for cover, but that's... You can't do that.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Can't be thinking of Groot walls as safety. Eh?
See me again?
Portal? Portal? No? Okay.
Cosmic all you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it? Force burst.
Yeah, I agree. Nerfs need to... Oh my Lanta, what happened? Why are we looking this way? That's so bad. That's so bad. Like, this is why your tanks want to switch. Now, granted, they're playing like an idiot. This is really bad. Like, I said earlier they weren't going too crazy. This is really bad, obviously. Why stand out in the open against a Moon Knight and a Squirrel Girl and just shoot against them? This is you're just trying to die. But either way, they didn't get, like, any healing until the end. This is just not good.
No worries. I got your back.
Likes on the Groot walls are warm and fuzzy. I feel like you're just a bit too timid. Play so far back and then we lose sight of what's going on, and now it's over.
Only 60 seconds left.
Definitely. Oh. Good lord, you guys are lucky. Strange went strange. Ah! You don't have another support. You haven't come back yet. You gotta ult. 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 Your other support's not back yet. Oh, she ulted. Okay, she's back. No, what? No, no. You needed to ult way sooner than this. But now that your other support ulted. Oh, no. Good Lord.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you played the first part of this game so well. You played so well for the whole first part. But man, that's so sad. So yeah, I mean, we talked about ults. A lot of what I want you to change is I want you to help your main tanks a little more, and I want you to play a little closer. That's going to require you to go into the danger zone and be uncomfortable. It's going to feel weird. You're going to not be good at it at first, and you're going to die more often, but you need to learn to play closer. Safety in numbers. When we run away, because they had a kind of aggressive Moon Knight, the Namor was flanking and stuff like that, when you can't run away. You have to run towards safety, so, which is sometimes like running towards the enemy team, but towards your team as well, so you can't get isolated. So that's a really, really difficult problem to have as a support, because it kind of highlights how timid people play and how you have to get good at some point of being up close and getting uncomfortable to be comfortable there. So, good luck with that. I know, like, playing closer up, helping your main tanks, that's a really difficult task. It's a very huge adjustment, but I hope that as you're doing that, you see in your games, if you're giving a little more love to your main tanks, you're going to find yourself in this situation a lot less, where you have solo tank Angela, or no tank, or, you know, solo tank Cap, or something like that. You're going to see more Mags, you're going to see more Emma, Groot, things like that. Strange, because you're enabling your team to have that play style. So, anyway, thank you for the request. I hope this helps. Take care. God bless. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.